Alright, I know it's streaming there. Alright, I think we're good.
Sweet.
Is Steph here or
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just not talking. Sorry.
okay?
Y'all ready?
I'll start in just a second. You're like roboting.
I am.
yeah, it's like a weird.
Static sound.
Yeah,
See, I thought it was messed up earlier. That's why I was asking if you hear me. I thought,
I mean it was good before, but it just kind of all of a sudden happened like that.
let me see.
So I finally bought me a mouse pad that goes across my entire desk. It's fucking epic. I love it.
It goes across your desk.
Uh-huh.
Like,
It's like 122 centimeters by like
Yo,
30 or 40.
yo.
Yeah, it's
Yo,
still,
yo, yo.
yeah, it sounds it's still bothering a little bit.
Oh, let's see.
That better?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
better.
good.
All right, let's record this bitch.
Alright.
Welcome to Xbox Uncuts, episode 268. We're back for another week of video game news discussion and all kinds of different topics, you know. We'll make this week work for us. I go ahead and I'll let everybody know I wasn't in a car accident, but somebody had hit my car last week. That's why we had to push off the show. I dealt with insurance companies, so it was fun. Yay. But we're back. I got the wonderful Steph. Welcome to the show, Steph, the definitive black male.
I did not hit your car, sir.
You didn't? I mean, it would have been a long fucking hit, like being where you're at and where I'm at. Like that's a hell
I
of a
did not
backup shop.
instruct that man to scrape your vehicle on the front right passenger side.
Yeah, it's true. The man knows where it got hit, but that's probably because I sent him a photo.
Oh,
We also have the Oh, I gotta come up with a title for you, Will. We got Will. Need a good
Hey.
title. I'm gonna call it like the ref, the final word.
Will the Wise.
Will the Wise. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having me again. Should be a good
Be
discussion.
a fun show. Fun show.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
looking forward to this show. And for some reason, I bought a copy of CCleaner. My computer seems to be running like, even after like booting my computer, it's running like 100 times better. This show is not sponsored by CCleaner, but this shit might like just how much processing power it takes to run OBS is. It's definitely being less of a strain on my computer. So everything's looking up for me. Like I'm stoked, and to
Is
get
that
my
a
car back
program?
tomorrow. Huh?
Is that a program? The
Yeah, CCleaner.
oh, so
You can get
is it-
free versions of CCleaner, like non-pirated free CCleaner. Like I definitely.
What's this
it's one of the-
pirated you speak of?
Pirating is when you illegally download software that does not belong to you.
Tell me more.
I say download Avast for your for your viruses and everything, and then CCleaner, and that'll help clean your computer up. Get all those files that are taking up all that space that you no longer need, or something as simple as registry errors causing your CPU to have a heart attack.
yeah.
And there's NCleaner too. That's a decent little program. Get the
I forgot the
C and
program that I
NCleaner.
used. I want to say it was whatever came with my computer because I'm such a loser.
You are. Nobody uses.
Yeah, I'm
fucking-
using like the
shit that
McAfee
comes from-
shit. The McAfee
Oh,
shit.
oh, it sounds terrible.
Yeah, I think I used that.
Oh man, McAfee. Ugh. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
I usually call it McAfee for some reason.
Is it McAfee or is it McAfee?
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah,
McAfee.
I think either way works.
I ain't never heard nobody say McAfee, bruh.
I've heard it both ways. That's a Psych reference, by the way. I don't know if y'all watch Psych.
No.
Nah,
Psych.
I've seen the trailer.
The
I've seen the
second
trailer.
movie's coming out this holiday. I'm excited. I love Psych. Psych's a good show. You already know how this show's gonna go if we're talking about fucking Psych.
For some reason, I get confused with that other show that was
Monk?
with the fairy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. The
No.
TV show. Isn't there a
No.
TV show called Psych?
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm referencing.
Oh, you said.
Psych, the
Oh,
TV
okay.
show.
You said the okay.
Burt
No, but those
Disaster.
Oh no, Grim was the other one. I kind of got confused, guy, because it both has two.
Okay.
Both has a white guy and a black guy together. Like,
As leading
Yeah, that's
roles,
what I'm talking about. That's
So
what
I
I'm
was
talking
like-
about. The white guy and the black guy.
so I kind of confused both of them for some reason. Even though one is more fantasy than the other.
Yeah, Psych is a guy pretending to be a psychic.
Yeah.
That's the whole show.
Is the black guy pretending to be black or is he actually black?
No, he's a black man.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He's a black man. But I'll let you decide as the definitive black male.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out.
But he's more, nerdy, like kind of. But
Oh,
yeah.
word.
Yep. All right. What happened this week, guys? We had so much happen. We got a Cuphead show.
This
Yeah.
is the stuff that we talked
We
about.
got Cuphead, man. We're gonna
Dude,
get a
I feel like
Cuphead
we spoke
TV
this
show.
into existence. Like, I
just
remember
makes
we were
sense.
talking about that.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
does. It just makes sense overall. Like it's needed to happen. What were you
I
gonna say?
seen this
Will?
going
I'm
to be a comedy. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Will.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I seen there's going to be a comedy. So, like, it's going to have voice
Silver
acting
Light.
and everything. That's great.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I think me and Dustin were hoping for, like, a South Park kind of, like, Comedy Central kind of show.
Yeah.
But on Netflix, you're not going to get that kind. Well, maybe we'll get more of, like, a Paradise PD. I think that's what the TV show they do. And BoJack Horseman. I think it's the other show they do.
Mhm.
Those shows, something like that. I just hope it's not like they said for a new audience. I mean, and it's Microsoft. I mean, I guess it's not really technically it's not Microsoft's because they didn't buy the IP. So, wow, this is great. This is great.
checking it
So
out.
it could actually be something that's not like kid friendly, because I seen them say something about Disney in the post, and I was like, oh my god, if this shit's kid stuff, I'm gonna be very upset. Because I mean, they're effectively like they sold their souls to the devil, like in the game. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing kiddie about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind either way, but there was more edgy. Like the game is fairly edgy in certain regards. So,
It was.
but
It's very.
it was nothing like crazy that they can't like.
Well, I mean, it's like smoking and
Yeah.
the fact that they're making a deal with the devil probably isn't the
Drinking. There's
most
actual.
loved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's drinking.
Yeah, it definitely would not be on most people's kids friendly list of shows to turn on.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see them toning down some aspects and then just
Nothing.
just to kind of make it more kid friendly.
Yeah. Yeah. Curious how to see how the animation looks like. It's probably gonna look like kind of like that newish old timey look that some of the Disney cartoons have. Maybe like kind of like DuckTales, the newest one.
Okay.
Hard to say though.
I want to go over this video. I'm just looking for the link for everybody else to be able to see.
Yeah.
Because Psychonauts 2 got delayed to 2020.
Seriously?
Yeah. Double Fine posted the video. I was going to play the video for everybody so we can all react to the video, guys. React.
Why the hell did they do that?
I don't know. There's a big video, and I wanted to play it. I'm trying to find this freaking link so that y'all can react with me. I paid for this service, damn it. I want to use it. I just
That'd
gotta
be
figure out
nice.
where the button is.
Yeah, it'd be nice if like during 2019 they could port the first one over so Xbox people can catch up to it.
Yeah, it'd be sensible to do that. Maybe we'll run it in 4K.
Yeah. I mean, the OG back compat version isn't available, right? Like, there's no like Psychonauts on the OG.
I don't believe so.
version. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks too. You can't. It's weird. PlayStation has all access to all the like a bigger catalog of Double Fine stuff than
Than
An
Microsoft
Xbox.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully over the next year they'll fix that
Yeah.
since they just bought them and all. But yeah, it's one of those weird situations where it's like, come on, guys. You know what we want.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what we want.
Yeah, because Double Fine has quite an extensive library of games that they're really diverse with the stuff they do, which is where I like them.
All right, I'm sharing my screen with y'all so that y'all can
All right,
zoom
let's check
in.
this out.
And I am gonna add that same stream to the people watching on YouTube.
Okay, so I looked it up, and it does look like it's available on the OG
Backwards compatible.
backwards compatible. Yep. So that's good.
Yeah, but I would still want them to I want them to port a native version over. Not
Mhm.
just
Which post will it be in? The video.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Like I'm not seeing your feed.
There it should be showing up in Discord. I'm
Yeah, I'm looking
feed
in
in
Discord. I'm
Discord.
just not seeing. I'm in our discussion chat. Is there another? Which one should I be in? Owner chat.
Yeah, I'm
should
not
be
seeing
over
it
in
either.
podcast. One sec. Let me copy this text. If you go to podcast discussion, I'm gonna post it in there. Hopefully that'll get you right in.
That worked.
Okay, there it goes. Discord really needs to fix how complicated like showing a feed is. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I think there's a way you turn on the actual video, like how you went live. I can choose to turn it on or whatever.
All right. Let me turn on.
It feels great. We had a great E3. We told the world about
Fucking
Psychonauts.
must be nice.
It was really fun E3 because all the crew came down. There's just a bunch of people from the Lovato team
Got no audio, by the way. What about you,
who came back
Will?
to see their demo that they've been working on
No,
for so
but
long.
I don't really think that's a big deal.
It was the longest time I've ever spent at E3 because they usually just bomb me for like 3 days, talk my voice out, and
So
go.
this
But
is
time
video
we came in
about,
Thursday to do rehearsals for the Xbox press conference.
Or they're
Well,
just
no, the news is that we're getting acquired.
walking around.
We're getting
This
acquired.
is about why they're
We're getting bought
delaying
by
it
Microsoft.
to 2020.
We're
Apparently.
gonna announce.
Oh, they made a whole video about it?
The acquisition.
Yeah, we just can't hear it.
It's gonna be great. It's
You
gonna be
can hear
fun.
it though,
actually
Bill?
makes me feel excited about coming up with creative ideas again of my
No,
own,
but,
like
I mean,
being able
it's
to run a
fine.
project without.
I mean,
I won't have to do any
I
more
don't know
biz
if
dev.
it'll
Like I won't have to do any
go
more
through to the
pitching.
listeners, though.
I won't have to do any more traveling road
When
shows.
we did the E3
you
one,
know, and
it went.
asking for permission for
the
things.
audio,
We could just make
yeah, that's
fun
right,
games
yeah.
and then just tell them what we're
Yeah,
doing
about
and
that.
put them up. It would be great.
Well, it doesn't, it's one of those things that it's.
Is that like sandpaper or like a knife?
No, it's, does it feel really?
It feels kind of like a scratchy cat tongue. All right, thank you.
All right,
so
well,
much.
while he's trying
I'm
to
gonna
figure
mess
it
up on
out,
stage.
something else you want
I'm
to
gonna
bring
blow
up
my
for a
lines.
short
Oh,
time?
God.
Oh, you know what? This is
Oh,
way too
God.
long. All right, Psychonauts 2 is it's like 15 minutes. I thought it was gonna be a
Had to
short
come out
like,
after Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
thing.
It was fun.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch that later. But yeah, Psychonauts 2. Still working on technology here, people. Fuck it. But it's being delayed. 2020.
Yeah, I might pick up the OG version just to kind of see the story and all that stuff and lead up to it. I mean, it is enhanced, so that's good. It just sucks there's no achievements, but so that's cool. I might check that out. They also have another game coming out, but it's a Double Fine. I mean, but it's published by Bandai Namco. It's called Rad, and you play like as a kid with like powers like that lets you swap out your your limbs and your head. And it's like 80s inspired kind of radioactive environment, like post-apocalyptic game. It's a weird looking game, but it looks like it might be fun. It's almost like I think it's like a roguelike style game. If you die, you get another kid. It's interesting. So it's kind of not as well known as Psychonauts because I think it's a new IP, but I'd be interested to see more games from them of that vein because they're very diverse, like studio as far as their output goes. They do like really different types of games, which is cool. Like, what would you guys like? Would you like to see like a new Brutal Legend or new IP? Or would you like to guys?
Honestly, even though they said they didn't want to do that shit, I want them to make something in like one of the existing universes that Microsoft something like I mean, hell, they could definitely do Banjo.
Yeah,
Let
I
them
think
do
so too.
Banjo, shit, or a new IP,
Yeah, I can't.
or something Halo.
Yeah, I can't think of a better studio for like a Banjo because like their platforming expertise is pretty good. And I mean, the only thing is I don't know if they would. I don't think I've seen them do like kind of work on other IPs like that. Like,
No.
has they ever done that? Like,
Not that I know of. I mean, definitely would be a first time if they did.
yeah, so that's the only thing. So, but yeah, I would love to have them do Banjo. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, perfect fit.
Yeah, they could also do maybe like a Jet Force Gemini too.
Are y'all there? Oh man, I lost the two of you. I'm sorry about that.
That's cool.
Bounced me out. Yeah, I got quiet, so that was weird. Well, everybody, we're back.
We're live now.
Yeah, no, we're still live. Yeah, it's just I don't know how I got bounced out of podcast chat and Discord. That was weird.
Because we hate you.
Yeah, it's probably. But I got admin control, so I still don't understand how. Unless y'all stole my account. Everybody's making themselves admins.
Yeah, so we got a Infinity Line in the house. What's up, Infinity Line? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Hopefully
But,
you can hear us.
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
Yeah, it's saying everybody's being streamed out, so we're good there.
All right, cool. But,
I was saying
yeah.
that when I was talking to the ether, apparently, the Xbox Germany accidentally leaked out a video of Final Fantasy VII Remake fucking releasing day and date with the PlayStation 4.
Oh, it's day and date.
Well, if you go by the leaked fucking video that they shot that they put overlays with, yeah, it's day and date.
I wanna remember that it was me who said it was gonna release day and date. I just wanna throw that out. I said
Okay.
it was me.
It looks like more
Which
of
is
a
funny. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Will.
No, it's okay. I mean, it looks more like a timed exclusive, like maybe like a Tomb Raider type deal, like Rise of the Tomb Raider. Might pay like maybe for a year or a couple months, but I'm sure it's definitely gonna hit Xbox.
Well, the only reason I would even bring it up and give it any credence is because they did an overlay for it. It wasn't like it was just like a Final Fantasy asset got posted. Like it was literally them announcing a day and date thing for Germany with their overlay. Yeah, it was like, oh, y'all fucked up by announcing this because they got marketing rights. Take that shit down as fast as you can.
That's kind of hilarious.
Sure, that's what happened.
Or it's Microsoft going, hey, just post that shit up for a moment, let people know.
Yeah, that'd be.
Let them know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm never really doubted that it's coming to Xbox. It's just like we don't know exactly what the like the time of exclusivity is. But yeah, that's interesting.
Like the 2 E3s ago, it said play first on PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. This E3 was just, hey, it's coming this date. Like there's no exclusivity announcements at all. And now with the I feel like it's more of like, if y'all remember Diablo 3's launch on Xbox, where Sony had all exclusive rights, Microsoft wasn't allowed to talk about it at any point, and then they released day and date with one another.
Diablo 3?
They never admitted to the Xbox version until the day of release.
Oh, that's bizarre. I didn't even remember that. I just remember they had like some exclusive content, like Last of Us style stuff in there. But that's all I can think of, and that's kind of weird.
They did?
Yeah, they had some sort of Last of Us
in Diablo 3
features or something. Yeah, let me look it up.
I don't remember that.
Let me make sure I'm not talking.
That's PUBG. PUBG had the Last of Us and Nathan Drake stuff.
Well, either way, it was one of those weird situations where
they did do that though. Well, wasn't that one of the games they announced like before? Like when they announced the console, it was like one of the first PS4 games.
But they just had locked up all marketing rights where they could be like, yeah, this ain't coming out for anything, but on PlayStation. And then like it was everybody knew it was like it's coming out on Xbox, right? And it's like we have nothing to announce. Then like the week before the release, they were like, yeah, it's coming to Xbox. There it is.
It's weird because it's a multi-plat, so like you wouldn't think they'll go that hard.
Yeah, but can you really think of a time that Blizzard released console games before that?
I mean, they released it on 360, Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 on 360 was Diablo 3 on 360.
Yep.
Yeah, I think PS3 as well.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow, this gen's been so long, man. God dang.
Feels that way.
Yeah.
Definitely feels that way.
I don't even remember that being on 360. I didn't buy that shit. Oh, that's right. That's when I became a PC gamer. So I was playing on PC back then. Yeah. And it blew my computer up. Because
go ahead. No, so I found the clicker thing. Yeah, so there's clickers in Diablo 3 and from the Last of Us. I'm trying to find the link. I mean, I'm trying to paste the link onto the chat and see if I can. I'll put it on the Mixer chat just because for some reason I can't find the Discord one. Make sure to sign in. Come on, work. Okay, so I posted it in the Mixer chat. Hopefully it goes through.
All right, cool.
I'm sorry. What's Infinity Line? If you're still there, what's the typo? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think whenever you were typing out the show notes in the on iTunes earlier, or when you were uploading it to the RSS,
Yeah.
there was a typo, but I think you
Okay.
fixed it. At least I seen you backspacing because you were still streaming your video, and then you went to go.
Oh no, but that was only you could see that. Like he wouldn't be able to see that.
Oh, he wouldn't be able to see that.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's weird.
Oh, he thinks it's a typo for the Final Fantasy release. Yeah, it could be, definitely. But I mean, there's been so many weird situations like this. I don't know, and they've been so coy about the Xbox version of this game. So,
he
this
thinks
point-
the release date's a typo.
well, so Microsoft took the Final Fantasy VII remake footage and literally put like an overlay on top of it, announcing a release date for it for Xbox.
Has the release date been announced already?
It's not even been announced for the console.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but has it been announced for PS4 at all?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it has. The release date has.
Hmm.
But yeah, they posted. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's not weird. Shit's coming out day and day, bro. Like I said, it's coming out day and day.
Like I said, with how they'd handled Diablo and a few other titles, like it wouldn't be surprising. And this is going to be a very expensive remake to this game that they're producing. So of course they're going to try to pop this thing on as many
I
platforms.
feel
as
like
possible.
they said it was exclusive. I feel like they just said,
No, 2 years
it
ago
first-
it said play first on PS4.
yeah, play first. That's what I'm saying.
And then this last E3, I think it was because it was at Square's. It was just like, hey, it's coming out this date, and like no mention of being on PS4, being exclusive. So that's what started all these rumors about it.
I think it'll have some exclusive content.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
I mean, people were joking that it would launch a minute before the Xbox version, and that way technically it is play first on PlayStation.
A minute before, it's worthless.
Mm-mm. All right. Is there anything else happened this week? I don't remember.
Well, Phil
Yeah.
mentioned something about. Sorry, Steph. I didn't mean to.
Go ahead.
Go
No, go ahead.
Go
Tell
on.
me what Phil said. Tell me what his.
Well, I think he was referring to this. Maybe I don't know if he's purchasing Japanese studios or if he's going to work more with Japanese studios. But let me look up the quote. Let me just see here. I just gotta make sure so I won't butcher it. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. So what were you gonna say, Steph? While I'm doing that, I'm sorry.
No, he was mentioning stuff that happened this what else? I was gonna mention Remedy buying their
Oh, the Alan Wake.
Alan Wake shit back or whatever.
Yeah, we missed that week, right? We didn't.
Yeah, we missed that week. That week that I was gonna come in here and rage out.
yeah. That was the week where Dustin, I, and Jason were passionately discussing on Twitter.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks that they didn't do anything with IP. They kind of just sat on it.
I understand let it go if you're not going to use it, but my thing
Yeah.
is with the lack of unique experience, unique AAA experiences, why let one? It's just it feels so.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's not like there was a game in development that got canceled. There was just a pitch,
Mhm.
that they had created or whatever. But I don't get it, man. I feel like they just And had there been some new stuff at E3 besides Bleeding Edge, which not to say that doesn't mean anything, because I'm one of the few people out there that recognizes that Bleeding Edge is a new IP, even though it may not be. I haven't played it yet to say whether or not it's AAA or not, because I'm not in the beta, unfortunately. But I mean, with the lack of that stuff, I just feel like them letting it go is just kind of dumb, man. Like, Jesus, it's just piling on, man. There for like 2 weeks, there was just nothing good, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, there could have been one of those games where they alternate with this Quantum Break is not coming out anytime soon, any sequel to that. So that could have been a good.
That's just what they're gonna alternate and with five. I guess maybe they'll 505 will step in and help them push out another game or whatever, or maybe some. I don't think Sony's buying them. People want to say that Sony was there at the studio. Well, yeah, Sony has the marketing rights to their next game, and those same people were at the studio when they released damn Quantum Break, because they're friends with Remedy. Those people, whatever, same shit.
And Kojima Productions as well. They're chiming with them.
Shit.
So because they both kind of have this very similar like games, because they have like a lot of cinematic action in it. So
the only difference is Kojima's games always have had great game. Well, I'm not going. Metal Gear 3 was the first one that had great gameplay, but especially Metal Gear 5, like that Fox engine is fucking great.
Yeah,
I enjoy it too.
Yeah,
I mean, the story is good. I just didn't think the gameplay was good back then. It reminds me of like Resident Evil, like the camera and all that. I hated that shit.
You don't like the top-down view?
I hate that asymmetric shit. I hated it.
Yeah, it's hard to get back. I mean,
Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite one, though.
Yeah, it's a little hard to adjust to, but like it's not quite always on top. It's like the angles are kind of almost a little further.
Yeah,
you see more. You see more.
Guys, so I mean, it's not by much, but I mean, 5-6 years back then makes a kind of a difference when that game came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's like you said, it just sucks that they sat on it. But like, the only good thing is that at least Remedy can use their IP again.
Man, fuck all that. I'm tired of people saying I want what's good for games and gamers. Nah, I only care about the platform that I invested my money into. That is my favorite one. Fuck everybody else. All right, how about that shit? Fuck everybody.
Yeah, but Phil Spencer's going to tell you that's the Microsoft platform,
whatever,
not the Xbox one.
Whatever. I'm tired of Phil at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you. Somebody tweeted out something that had like his tweets or him saying some shit like before each E3, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, damn, he said all this shit every single time and never lived up to any of the shit. Like, it's just so weird, man. It's such a weird time. I feel like he's biding time to do something. I don't know, man. And then him after E3 saying, I'm more excited about what I didn't have to show. It's just like whenever they had that E3 and they didn't show Gears or Halo. And he's like, I'm proud of us having an E3 and we didn't have to show Gears or Halo. Which that was a good showing that year. But at the same time, it's like, wouldn't it have been better if we could have seen fucking Halo Infinite then? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know.
His logic of what he thinks is a good show and what is acceptable blows my mind. Like, yes, Bleeding Edge looked cool, but the game leaked like how many days before E3?
Like 2 days maybe, or
2-3 days.
Yeah, it wasn't like crazy.
I'm sorry. If it leaks like a month ahead, that sucks. Like if it leaks like a day or two ahead,
it was like
it's
2 or
whatever.
3 days. Yeah, but they could have. He said going to say that he added in Flight Simulator and pulled an unannounced game, but you can't fucking change around a damn leaked game like a few days ahead of time. Like, come on, man.
I mean, if it's leaked, you just fucking you don't.
I'm not saying not show it. I'm saying like, well, okay, that one got leaked, so we got to have something else. If that's going to be our big surprise, and we got to have something. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it would have been nice to have a backup stuff like that, but
you gotta have a little.
But it did definitely never like kind of work it out that way. Because I mean, maybe they should at this point because all their stuff leaks so quickly. But Yeah, they just don't work like that, unfortunately.
But
just
I mean, Bleeding Edge definitely would have had a much heavier impact
It damn sure would have.
if it,
If
you know.
yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if they actually showed more footage. I think Jez had some footage on his Twitter and showed some actual gameplay. So it would have been nice to have seen that.
what is this coming to? What is this coming to? That I have to get on Twitter and watch a damn clip posted by some random ass dude to see the gameplay. What is that?
Yeah, I don't get
What
that.
is that? Hey, someone asked him a question. Let's talk about this. So he gets asked a question about E3, and he's saying, well, what you're asking is gameplay demos, an 8 to 10 minute gameplay demo. Well, what the fuck you think we wanted?
Are you talking about Rod Ferguson or
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah. Right. I guess it was
Gears?
right. He was talking about for years. Yeah. Like, what
Yeah.
do people think they want to see?
Yeah, I don't get when people are saying I don't want to be spoiled and stuff. I mean, I kind of get it, but like
Bro,
advertising for Gears is nothing new. Like this is not a new
come
game.
on.
It's just Gears of War. So like it's like
Well, I
That
mean,
trailer
the thing
they
is,
showed last year.
I'm gonna
with the story,
disagree.
Is that not good?
Like, if they no, I mean, like I just think keep it in the first hour of the game. You know? Like,
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
like you can definitely show more. It's just don't give me like fucking the middle of the game. Like don't give me the end.
Well,
Like,
I mean, you can argue that they did give you the middle of the game last E3 because what they showed this time, he didn't have the scar and his arm wasn't all fucked up and all that stuff. So,
well, we know
I mean,
Kate's the main character, so I imagine there's going to be time jumping at this
Yeah.
point.
I love a good time jump too.
Yeah.
maybe that's like a prologue or something. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe time jumping. Yeah.
Where they're just going back and forth, looking at like what happened
Oh,
to Kate.
man, it'd be like
I don't
fucking Westworld. That'd be great.
It's gonna be Judgment and 3 mixed into one. You're gonna love it.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be great.
No, Judgment changed the gameplay. It was like a different engine.
Oh, we're
Judgment.
gonna do that in 5 too. We're gonna change the gameplay and the time jumps. You're gonna love it. It's the future.
I don't know. I'm just aggravated. I mean, like, had we had done the podcast last week, I probably would have been in this bitch yelling. I ain't gonna lie to you. There was so much stuff going on. I don't even remember anymore. But I just feel like Microsoft shits the bed anytime they can. They can just shit in there. Just shit in there, man. Come on, give me some good news. Phil, just come out and say something good, man. All you gotta do is say
They're gonna have an
Just say-
Exo 18 that's gonna announce
whatever, man.
like more videos of Battletoads, and then
Man, whatever. And Battletoads looks cool.
it does
I like
all the fucking hate for it. I don't get. Like I really because
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a Flash game.
Mm-mm.
It looks
looks
like
like
somebody actually
Cuphead.
put time, and because it has hand drawn art. It looks good. Like a side scroller beat 'em up is like the most I could ask for out of a fucking Battletoads
Oh,
game.
I don't understand what people thought they were gonna get. They thought they were gonna get fucking.
They
Yeah,
thought
they
they were
wanted
gonna
that.
get Banjo, like a 3D
Well-
adventure game. Like,
Yeah, they wanted
A
that
3D
Killer
adventure.
Instinct Battletoads style, like art style, like that. They didn't want the cartoony. I mean, I understand, but it's like it's Battletoads. So it's
I feel like Battletoads is selling. That game is selling you off what you got sold off as a child, which was the box art. It was this cartoony, cool-looking thing, and then when you got it home, you were like, "Wow, this thing sucks." And then you put it away. You return that rental.
Oh,
Because I remember renting Battletoads. I was so stoked because of the box art looking really fucking cool.
Yeah,
And
Was
then you were just kind of like, this is a
the-
thing. Huh?
the Nintendo one or the Genesis. I mean, I don't know
Nintendo.
which one. Nintendo. Okay. I don't think they were on Genesis. They were on Super Nintendo, right? Most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, it was made by Rare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
they're more of a Nintendo type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it hasn't been a great couple weeks after post E3 for Xbox because their news is so a mixed bag. It's like very unfortunate. I mean, there's some good stuff in there, like they show a little bit more multiplayer and stuff like that for Gears and the Cuphead stuff, which is not really an Xbox news, but it's kind of related. But yeah, it's been kind of sucky. It's not really. I kind of want to see more, Gears campaign. I want to see more Battletoads stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the next event they have? XO. 19?
XO18. Yeah.
When is that? Like November?
I don't know. No, the next event's is what's it called? The Xbox week or monthly show. Where the fuck it's called? I don't even know what that show's called anymore.
The
Jesus.
indie. Yeah, that sucks, man. Like I was like, man,
But
that's
they're
like
still doing it, aren't they?
they're doing it, but they're not doing the mixer shows, which they laid off.
Laid off the black guy.
Yeah, Rukuzo or I
No,
forget
that's
his
his name. No, he don't get a name no more. He don't work at Xbox. He's that black guy.
Yeah, and the blonde chick with the glasses. She was. I
The
mean,
hot chick?
she was a little corny, but she was. I mean, she was on brand. and she
Wait,
was
Tina?
really
Was
good.
it Tina?
I think
Tina
so.
chick?
I
Oh
think so.
man, she's been there forever.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's the same one we're talking about, maybe, but yeah, she was in the mixer shows as well. She was cool. Yeah, but that sucks, man. I hope they find jobs and
Bro,
stuff like
Microsoft is
that.
getting rid of all the stuff that's entertainment stuff. They don't need that shit.
Well, mixer stuff, I kind of, man, it sucks, but I
Bro,
understand.
Mixer is look. I like
Is-
Mixer. It is great. It works good. The loads or yeah, but it's not Twitch. It's not.
Yeah, it's not there yet. No.
It's not. It's but no. It's better than those. It's better than yeah.
Hmm.
It's Mixer is better than both of those things, but it's just not those things. That's all. That's all it is. It's
Yeah,
not.
and I think most people just kind of flip by it on a dashboard because it's not really all that interesting. Maybe they need a better way to show the
They,
data.
bro,
Like,
if Doctor Disrespect and all these huge and Shroud and all these huge people were streaming on Mixer, and that's where they were at the whole time,
Mhm.
then the platform wouldn't matter. But there's not
Yeah,
big streamers there.
yeah, maybe if they lure more people from Twitch, that would maybe
There's
work.
no way they can without
But
paying them. And fuck, you
yeah,
have to pay them. And those
pretty
guys
much.
make good money. They make a lot of money.
Yeah. So I don't know. The only thing I can think of is if they're able to get Mixer through to PlayStation and like I think
What Mike
Switch has
Ybarra
it.
said he'd love to have it on there.
Yeah, Switch has it too, right? Or my
What Mixer?
Mixer? Yeah. Is
Hell
Switch
no.
not yet?
Switch don't even have Twitch.
PewDiePie.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck PewDiePie. They don't need that douche. I don't care how many subs that do. Leave that Nazi over there. Leave that Nazi guy over there. I know he's not a Nazi, but he did. But he did slip up and say the N word when he was playing PUBG, and then had a long video. Yeah, I was gonna say that next. I said then he had a long video and an apology, and and then he did it again almost. The second time he didn't say it. He just was like, nah. Oh shit, I'm streaming.
Yeah, it's because he lives like in a place where that's not really like punished. It's kind of like it's like
Yeah,
whatever.
where's he living? Like Sweden or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's not. Oh, he's in London now.
Oh, I thought he was Swedish.
Yeah, he's like from Swedish. Yeah.
He moved to London. There's some black people out in London.
Oh, of course, but it's just like, yeah.
I guess they ain't about that life over there in London. Somebody
Yeah.
let me know, man. If you out there and you black and you listening, you in London. If you seen PewDiePie, would you beat his ass if he said that to you? Just let me know, man. Right in, yeah, right into the show. Let me know if you about him, man.
Like,
Sweep the legs.
yeah. Oh, for 3 months, you said?
Look, I know we.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know we're informing our user, our listeners, and hooking them up. But this is promo, man. We need to get some ad money on this shit. We sound like E3 over here talking about Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate. We talking about it just as much as they are. Microsoft cut the check.
Oh, I had my own fucking audio muted. Shit. Sorry about that. But Microsoft Xbox Game Pass Ultimate 3-month membership is $15 at Best Buy right now. But like I tried to say, is everybody upgraded for $1. I don't know, like it's not a good deal. I mean, it is a good deal, but you missed a way better deal. Like it's like literally a couple days ago.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So what else is next on the list here? What?
Yes, I was gonna comment on these Phil Spencer Asian Japanese market. So it says speaking to GameIndustry.biz, head of Xbox Phil Spencer admits that the spending spree is by no means over. Strategy will be familiar to anyone who has followed Netflix story. The TV streaming platform reported blah blah blah. Okay, so sorry. So he says, I think it would be nice if we found an Asian studio, or in particular a Japanese studio, to add to our studios. I liked it when we had some first party capability in Japan. We have a small team there, but I think we can do more. Let me see what else it says. Yeah, so that's pretty much it from that. So I mean, Clover posted also something on Twitter, like an image of Japan with like that quote. I don't know if it really means anything, but I just found that to be interesting. They've worked with a bunch of Japanese studios back in the day. They worked with Sega, even though they're a publisher. They had their own internal teams before too. They worked with Artoon, who did the Blink series. What do you call it?
I like Blinks.
Yeah. Mistwalker, who did the Lost Odyssey. Tri-Ace, who did Infinite Undiscovery. So they worked with a lot of Japanese developers, and even for this gen, Crimson Dragon. There's Grounding Inc. and Land Ho. They collaborated on Crimson Dragon, and surprisingly, they didn't do anything with the Phantom Dust, because that was a Grounding Inc. Well, the people who developed the original people who developed Phantom Dust are behind Grounding Inc. Sorry, they're a Japanese company. So yeah, so that's I think that would be a good company to buy if they really needed to buy a Japanese company, because Grounding Inc. and Landho, they're separate companies, but they're both work together, so that'll be nice. Because it's hard to find any other Japanese studios that fit the bill that aren't owned already. I mean, a lot of people say Platinum and From Software, but those are really not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, if ever, because they're already owned by other people.
Yeah, they should just make one from the ground up. That's what they should do. Just like go in. I know they got that one huge studio that they like, the Asian studio or whatever it's called, like the one they opened it up in China. That kind of thing they did there. But if they go to like Japan and maybe like get with some, just pump some money up there, man. Come on, and start something from scratch.
That would be ideal. I mean, and they can take people from a lot of, people in the Japanese industry. So it just, they'd have to have a good crew to work with to communicate with the other branches of, Microsoft. So they wouldn't be like totally out of the loop. But yeah, it'd be nice to have like some action RPGs. That's kind of what they need.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got that one guy who's making that game, Soul Aside or Soul. I forgot what it's called.
Lost Soul Aside.
Lost Soul. Okay, yeah. That game. It was made by one guy. I'm sure there's more people working on it now since it got blown up or whatever. But we got one Japanese dev doing that. You remember that one game they showed a couple E3s ago? It's like a fox with a sword. It's like, yeah, and he was like bigging up. It's like one man made this game, and it's one of the shows. I'm like, bro, if you look at the difference at this shit, come on, man. I mean, not the shit on the Fox game, because I think that was a cute little game. It looked cool, but come on, bro. Like, obviously, you need to go to where the talent's at and just pitch some shit, man. That game's not coming to Xbox. That game right there, not coming to Xbox.
Which one?
Lost Soul Aside.
Oh yeah.
That's not coming to Xbox.
Yeah, it's very Asian.
Doesn't even matter. So it's not coming. It's got Sony bought out the contract or whatever.
Yeah, that has some involvement there.
Yeah,
yeah. So the game you were talking about was Tunic, right?
Tunic, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it just what's unfortunate is they didn't even pursue another Phantom Dust. I mean, they did, but that kind of fell through. So, but the problem is they didn't consult or even go through the original guy who made it. It was Yukio Futatsugi, who was the original.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It ended up being. Oh no, that was supposed to be a reimagining of the game
like that. Yeah. I think a Western studio was going to develop it. I think their name was Dark Side Games or something. And Microsoft wanted more money, and they put the game together with their own money or whatever. I don't know. It was a whole ordeal, but that kind of sucked. So I was like, I'm surprised that Microsoft never really picked that up again. because that type of game would be good, especially with a campaign. And even the same guy who did who I refer to, Yukio, he wanted to do another Crimson Dragon game, but as in like more like a Panzer Dragoon type of game instead of the first one. The first one was like more of a Connect style. I know obviously they changed the controls to be more lesser dependent on the Connect, but they want to do a more developed sequel, and we just never got that, which sucks.
I just don't think games on rails are. No one wants that in 2019. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
It's hard to have a game on rails now unless it's VR.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't. I don't think he would do that though. It would most likely be like a free roaming type of
People still love
RPG.
those games on rails. I'll never understand the love for them. I hate those games,
Yeah.
but I know Vern would be all about that shit.
Isn't it coming to the Switch or something?
Oh, the
Probably.
Panzer Dragoon.
I want to say I've seen it at not E3, but what their Treehouse or whatever.
Yeah. That was announced. I don't know if it's most likely to come to other systems because they never really said it was an exclusive. But
It's the same, isn't it? The same game?
no, it's a similar. It's the same guy. I think another studio, a Swedish studio, I think is porting it, or not porting it, but they're remaking it. So it's the first Panzer Dragoon, I think, from the Sega Saturn. They're just remaking it. It looks pretty cool though. I like it. That's kind of what I think the way he wanted to do
I don't
it.
get the thrill or whatever with the Panzer.
Well, it's like Star Fox, but with like fantasy characters and stuff like that, and like a dragon. So that's pretty much what it is. It's like Star Fox with
It reminds me of that horrible PS3 game with the dragon. And you used is it Layer? Yeah, you used the DualShock, not the DualShock, the Access controller. Remember that?
Dragon's Lair?
Is it,
Oh, yeah.
is it yeah,
Oh,
Layer or is it Dragon's Lair?
I'm not sure. About that one.
That trash ass game. That's what it reminds me of.
Never
Never was a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I got you. It's just like I kind of want to see more involvement. I mean, at least more.
You just want some Japanese games,
Collaborations.
man. Just say it. You don't care what it is at this point.
Well,
I feel
more.
like that's
More original content from them because, like, I mean, partnerships are fine because, and they actually had to talk to Square more because Square releases most of their games on other platforms and not Xbox, at least most of them, which sucks. So I think that's a big one they have to rectify.
Like Square had the Sony conference this year.
yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Honestly,
pretty
that's
much.
what it was. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it like this, the games outside. I mean, they did do a good job getting that Tails game. Now, I mean, that was big.
Mhm. Yeah, that was big.
that was pretty big. But aside from that, I mean, honestly, what games that are made by Square Enix sell on Xbox besides, Final Fantasy, and then that Tales on the 360 did pretty well.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's not a lot of games that they make.
I think there was a good Phil Spencer interview when he was talking about how he knows he'll never be able to sell them on the idea of them selling 1 million copies of their game on Xbox, but through maybe a year after, like the game comes out on Game Pass, and that way they introduce their game to a wider audience.
They have to
in
build
North
a
America.
base. I mean, have to build a base.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I do think Japanese games do sell on Xbox. Like, they do, but the idea that porting them over is not going to make them enough money, I think that's a little bit of a flimsy argument. It's more, about the support over long periods of time.
I think had not been for the original Xbox One with the what was that RAM called they had in there, that trash ass RAM?
EDRAM. ED.
Yeah, ES RAM.
Yeah.
The ES RAM or whatever. Had it not been for that, we would have got a lot more of those games because those games are hard to code for, and they still to this day have to code for that stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the Slim or the Xbox S got rid of it.
Yeah.
There's still something that those Japanese devs don't want to fool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to worry about even trying to. On top of them not going to sell, like you said, a lot of copies. Now they gotta fool around with this horrible hardware.
But hopefully, I imagine that next generation with the system is. I mean, we've heard nothing but fucking rumors the last couple of weeks about which system's more powerful or whatever.
Yeah,
It's all bullshit.
Who cares? Who cares?
It's not even that. It's like they're both going to be fucking powerful, and they're both coming out at like in the same time frame. Like,
You know what interests me more than that is what is the price point's going to be, and who's going to be more
$900.
expensive? Who's going to be more
believe
expensive?
That both
wait,
of systems-
Didn't Patch Eric? You'll know this. Didn't Patcher say it was PS5 was going to be $800?
$800.
Who said that?
Hold
Michael
on a minute.
Patcher.
Hold on. I can break this down to reason. The reason why he mentioned that.
Oh, welcome to the show, Eric.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's up,
sorry,
bro?
guys. I talked like I was on the show.
Yeah. Welcome to the
Yeah,
show, sir.
I tried to walk in and just, I wasn't late.
I mean,
Strolling on through.
you just came in here and stuck your fingers in the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I thought you guys would just say, "Okay,
We
he's
done
always
ate,
here."
Eric. We done ate already. You coming
Yeah.
in?
I'm
I was gonna
sorry.
get seconds, man, but you got your fingers in the gravy, bruh.
Basically, what Michael Patch was like doing, like a smart thing. He's like, "Damn, this thing got an SSD." Yeah, and it's talking about it's gonna have 4 extra teraflops or whatever in the PS5. And he's like, "This got to be like $800." And he was talking about the new CPU they put in it, and that's where he got that. But
He don't need to be talking
But the
about prices
PS5,
anymore.
actually, in the Xbox One X, they're saying that there was somebody who was trying to do estimating the power, right? They think they're targeting a 270 GTX graphic card, RTX graphic card performance.
Like 2070.
Yes, not a 2080, but a 2070. And with that, with the SSD, I think.
But is
would
it?
be
I gotta ask:
lower.
is it the 2070 Super or the 2070? Because there's a
Well,
2070
well, in
Super
a
coming
console-
out.
Well, in a console, I would think it would be even better with the clock rate, and they're trying to
I think it's gonna be more like a 1070.
think. No. I think 2070. No, this is when they were. This is real stuff. Like somebody was looking at the PS5, and they were like,
Or what's that one they made that was in between the 10 series and the 20 series?
1060.
The 1660 or some shit like that.
It's
gonna be more- No, not what I want. What I
Oh,
think.
you're
is-
saying this is what's gonna happen? No, I
Yeah.
really think that the next Xbox and PS5 can really target at 2070. But the price thing, like Dustin said, like Michael Patcher, weird one, because we heard Sony talk about we going after the hardcore, and it was
Yeah.
interesting. And there's
Yeah,
nothing
but
wrong
they
with that.
all say that shit like at the beginning of the generation. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be the negative Nancy, but
No, I've
they
been the
fucking-
negative Nancy, sir.
Okay, all right, Nancy. But like they always say they're going for the hardcore and da 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 da. Like it's always the same fucking. But don't get me wrong. Like
I don't know if they've
PS5
always said that. They just done it.
No. But if you look through the generations, like the original Xbox, the original Xbox was a powerhouse. The 360 was a powerhouse when it came out.
Yeah.
The PS3 was. PS2 kind of like it. The problem with PS2 is it got like overrun within like a couple months of it being out. And then fucking the original PlayStation was a powerhouse for the time.
Mhm.
And then you hit like PS4, Xbox One. Don't get me wrong, PS4 was better than Xbox One, but PS4 was no powerhouse. The shit was kind of weak sauce for the time when it came out, and that just tells you what the fucking Xbox One was doing. Like if both of them were just kind of like, I guess this is we've graduated to laptop CPUs.
Yeah, they were
Yay.
outdated.
That were
basically,
outdated.
Yeah, but this
Like,
time it's going to be.
We'll see.
They're going to be outdated, but there's going to be a twist this time. The twist this
It's gonna be a
time is
twist.
that
It's
is
$900.
that these new consoles, regardless of them being outdated, at the jump, right? This is the first time you're having more new tech put directly into the system. You're having
Look,
an
but here's the
SSD.
thing, Eric. Microsoft,
System
like Phil
level,
Spencer
you
came
know.
out and was like, well, it's not $1,000 system.
Yeah,
So
I
that
don't
puts
believe it is
Microsoft's limit at $999, and
Oh, no,
I wouldn't
we-
put it past it because it's not $1,000.
No, I think we already know what the price is. Digital Foundry told us with the Xbox One X.
It's gonna be
What the next-
$500-600. Like
It's
that's
gonna
where
be
it's gonna release
$500. Yeah, it's gonna be $499. And I don't think a cent
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
I think that this was expected. I think Sony too will go to that price point, and we'll have to see what happens. We have to see what the market. And what I'm hearing though, a lot of people don't know about this, but I don't know if people heard about like the next system prices to go up if this damn tariff situation don't get settled out. Talking
They
about.
put a pause on it.
Oh, they did for now.
Yeah.
Listen, that's now. We don't know at the end of the year. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I kind of
I'm
doubt it
scared. I've
because
been looking into mangoes. Oh, is the mango still? Is everything still okay?
Yeah,
How's the strawberries doing?
It was
it
the
affects-
avocados, sir, not the
Oh, the
mangoes.
avocado. I'm looking at the avocados. Everything. I don't even need them. I'm like, is everything okay?
yeah, that affects too much stuff for it to really go through. I think. I mean, it's very It's very disruptive.
You don't listen. I don't know why people keep saying that. This is very possible. This is real. It's very possible. You know.
We'll see, man. I hope not, but
And they put out a joint letter. You know things is bad when Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo they speak in the same language. They're like, look.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, we
Yeah,
talked
well,
about this on previous shows. It's, you know, every country has a right to try to negotiate their deals between other countries. Because right now, China does tariff a lot of U.S. products going into China while we weren't. And it really made it a one-sided relationship. And it's, yes, it's, you can argue the benefits of going in a tariff war with another country. There's definitely a downside if it doesn't, like, get negotiated correctly. But, I mean, so far, like, everybody's still at the table, so fingers crossed that
yeah.
our two countries can come to a reasonable settlement between both countries. You know,
Yeah.
nobody wants to, like, to shit on either country. Like, it's just, you know, hopefully they can work something out.
So I'm curious, what do you guys think is a launch lineup for the next episode? So we have Halo, but outside that, do you think Bleeding Edge might be a launch title?
Forza,
Forza, I don't know because they haven't said anything about that one. The next one, like
Forza, yes, Forza's coming out next year. You better believe
8.
it.
I'm sorry. Forza
And
8.
they did talk about the next console. Sorry, whoops, the next game. And did anybody see it? Turn 10 said what they're doing.
Yeah, I
Forza
heard something
World,
about
sir.
They said they're taking
Forza
some
World.
stuff from Forza World.
That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Oh,
Forza
that's what
World.
it's called?
That
Well,
sounds
they're
good.
Forza
taking
World.
Stuff from Hollywood, they
The
said.
world's at your feet, sir.
They want
Turning
to
gamers to
surprise-
car fans.
They want to surprise people with some Hollywood style. And I always thought about that. It's time for like the Hollywood style type of not just visuals, but the way the way the camera angles
Presentation.
can the presentation. So it's about time they want to do that. That's what they talked about. They talked about new systems, and they said so you expect them next year to be there.
I think Forza it's not gonna be a first year title, maybe like a second year or like
When have they not launched the
I don't know, man.
on a system? I
'Cause
mean,
they would have from now till 20. That's a short window, man. I
no,
don't know.
whoa! You forgot there wasn't another Forza.
I mean, Forza 7 was 8. Was it up to 7 now, right? I keep forgetting. Like I think it's 7.
7 right now.
Yeah. So I mean, because they've been doing a lot of updates for that, so they've
Yeah,
been
but they
focusing on that.
stopped it. They ended the updates with just updates. I mean, I'm not trying to say
Yeah.
that. They've done updates while I forget this. They've been doing updates while they've done Forza 6, for example.
Yeah,
They've done
but
it. They know
Forza
what they're doing.
7 launched in October 2017.
Yeah, they're very well in. That's a 3-year.
Well,
development.
they also have to overhaul the engine, weren't they? Because it would have to be I think they're shooting for more realistic lighting and all that stuff. So I think they have.
Well,
to do
yeah,
a
if
lot
they're
more.
doing ray tracing, I mean,
Yeah.
hardware-based ray tracing. That's what they said.
Listen, don't doubt the Wizards at. Listen, listen. If it wasn't for Turn 10, Horizon wouldn't look as great as. So don't
I
doubt
agree.
these guys. These
Well,
guys, they know
yeah.
their stuff. You
I mean,
know?
No,
I think
nobody is questioning Turn 10's talent at all. Like we all know they're amazing. Without a doubt, they make like I know people are loving Gran Turismo Sport, but it doesn't run as consistently as fucking Forza does. Like Forza runs at a locked 4K 60 frames per second, doesn't skip a beat.
That's true.
Neither does fucking Horizon. Neither do any of their if it has Forza on it, you know you're getting a game that just runs perfectly. And you can't for racing games that you can't really say that other than getting a monster PC than playing iRacing.
Yeah. I mean, if Forza's going to be there, it would probably be very like bare bones, and then they'll probably just build on.
I'm
it.
with you, Will. I think we're going to
yeah.
see it 2021
Yeah,
or
yeah.
middle, like maybe mid-year, maybe because
Yeah.
like they said, they don't want to front load everything. I could see them doing because they're going to have what was it? They're planning to do 4 titles a year.
Mm-hmm.
With the amount of studios, they could definitely do that. So you'd launch with Halo. 6, maybe 3 months later, you do a mid-sized game. I'm not sure what game.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 or 3 months after that, you launch your Forza. and that way you have these big titles stacked, and then you know
Yeah.
you don't see Forza for another 3 years again.
Yeah,
But that'd give them about 3.5, almost 4 years of development on a Forza title.
yeah, that's true. And plus, like, well, usually Microsoft goes pretty big on launch, so I would expect more first party, like at least even through Microsoft Global Publishing. So I would say maybe like it'll probably be Halo, Killer Instinct. Bleeding Edge doesn't have a date, but I wouldn't
Killer
be surprised if that
I
was
don't
a
even think
launch.
Killer Instinct's even thought of it.
I think it's definitely gonna be a launch title, or at least still a first year. Killer Instinct 2, because I think because Iron Galaxy hasn't really said, like, they've been very quiet.
Yeah, remember they made that one game? Was it Extinct?
Extinction? Yeah, that was a dud.
No, it was Extinct.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, what I think is that when you look at if it is 2021, I don't think Turn 10's go with year racing. I think you will get Forza every 2 years because I believe Playground is not going to be making Horizon. I do believe that.
Hard to say. I mean,
I know they have another studio, but I do believe they're not going to be making Horizon anymore.
You'd be incorrect, as when they were bought out, they specifically said they will still continue to make Horizon, but they have another team working on a different project.
The same time, okay.
Yeah, they have 2 teams now, like 2 full size teams.
Okay, so they will make a game. How long does Horizon? Well, why break the cycle, right? If you're going to do it, they might as well just do. If they could do a racing game every year, and they they might as well keep doing it.
I'd probably expect them to do the little Fable game, whatever they're doing first, and then play Horizon will be after that. As far as just like putting certain games out of others, because they're still doing the expansions for Horizon
What
4.
if it isn't Fable after all this? Wouldn't that be messed up?
I mean, no, I mean, if it's an original game, I'd be fine too. But I mean, Fable will be great though.
No, because look at how many rumors they keep asking, like, is there a Fable being developed? And Aaron Greenberg was like, whatever they're making.
Yeah, I think even Matt Booty acknowledged it, but he never really like outright denied it either.
Yeah.
So I mean, so would you say Halo, and do you guys think Bleeding Edge is a launch title? Because they haven't given that one a date either.
I'd say I feel like that game's going to launch this year.
Yeah,
Think so?
I don't think Bleeding Edge. Well, maybe next year, but still, like, I don't think it's a launch title for the next console.
There's no way that the game's going to make it all. Why would they push it back? It's in beta. Is it alpha or beta now?
Just limited like beta, but I mean, it would be interesting because they'll be kind of almost doing like a OG style. Because remember, OG had a fusion, no, fusion phase, Kung Fu Chaos, Halo. They had like kind of a similar lineup for the OG release. I think that Project Gotham Racing. What was the other launch titles? Was Dead or Alive there, or am I bugging?
Yeah, I mean, that's similar.
So that would be like a Killer Instinct, you know. So they could kind of mirror that OG almost lineup, but I mean, they probably would have to have an original racing game there. But I mean, yeah. So Bleeding Edge, I guess might not be launched, but maybe they'll enhance it for it or whatever. Like probably do the same thing with Gears 5. So there'll be some overlap there. So you guys have any other
I think
ideas?
the launch lineup for Scarlet would have to be about 4 or 5 titles, right?
Original or including multiplat stuff?
No, just like Xbox. They had a decent lineup. Not the best the best lineup launch line, but it was a decent lineup.
Mhm.
So I think this time for Halo, think about it, for Halo to be launching with the console, you know, that's new. Not new for a while. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah.
For them to do that
Since
is
the
crazy. 'Cause,
original,
like,
yeah.
I'm looking now at for Microsoft, they had Forza, and I still don't. I'm gonna be stunned if Xbox don't launch with Forza. I'm gonna lie. They had Forza, they had Killer Instinct, they had Dead Rising 3.
Mhm.
What else did they have? And
Yeah,
they
they had
had Rise,
Rise.
Run, and Romp. That's
Yeah.
for big titles to have it. That's how you do it. Like, you have big name titles for reasons for people to buy your system. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I was gonna say that they need something like a good lineup to help sell the console.
Yeah, that was good. The other stuff for the launch thing, issues that caused more of a disruption, but that's not going to happen this time. So they would need. So if you got Halo, that's big.
Mhm.
And what I'm hearing about, we know Halo's going to be big. They're going all out again. So what other games? Forza is, is another. Right there in your head. There's another game. Now, in order for you to put like these other titles, by the way, from these other studios, it would have to be games that people know about. I know that sounds crazy, right? Right? I know that sounds crazy, but if you look at Xbox lineup, they kind of did the same thing. You know, even though they snuck Killer Instinct in there, right? That's something people have been asking for ever. You know what I mean? So it worked perfect. You know what I mean? So in order for them, they would have to do a similar thing. They would have to put, if they're not putting Forza, they got to put something else people know. Then,
So
you know,
do you think Battletoads will be a launch game then?
it's coming out before it. Remember?
Well, I don't think that's a date, does it? I think they
Yeah,
said
it doesn't.
2019,
Wait,
but then the
Battle-
next the latest trailer didn't have a date for it anymore.
Oh my! Really? The hell?
So there could be a launch title.
Before the end of Wait. You're right. Oh my god. What? Wow.
So maybe
Microsoft.
we could toss that in. What do you think?
That's messed. Nah, you gonna wait that long for a 2D side scroller? I don't think that.
I don't know. I think
Wow.
the game needs more time. I think. I mean, it looks good, but I think they might need more time. It's most likely.
I
a
don't think.
2020
Okay,
title.
that game cannot be. You understand? That can't be the 4 titles that Microsoft had. You know what I mean? It has to
Yeah.
be. These are big games. Even Rise Son of Rome was a big game. First, you need a game to show off you. Halo apparently looks like that game, but we don't know that. It could be a big surprise. But no
Yeah,
matter
it'll
what,
definitely-
Will, there's going to
yeah.
be 4 games. We know one of them, at least, is a brand that you know about. The other 3 have to be like that. Either something somebody wanted, you understand, or a brand somebody knows about. That makes What does anybody else think? You guys think it's going to be like that? You know, like big AAA?
No. No, it won't be.
You don't think Steph, you're a buzzkill, man.
Bro, until they show me otherwise, I'm not hyping no more, bro.
No, I mean you don't have to hype it. Just what do you think? Like, what do you think if they launch? What do you think they're gonna launch with? Like, what are you expecting? What are you thinking?
Halo.
No, what else?
That's all they told me so far. So Halo.
So, you don't
Look,
think
I'm
they'll
gonna
do-
hype up enough for both me and Steph. They're gonna relaunch Crackdown 3. That's gonna be
That's
front
the
load
dumb-
that bitch.
Wow.
They're coming out with
They were moving Terry Crews because they didn't pay him for 2 releases, so we're gonna have Crews Terry on it. It's gonna be a
we're
white
gonna
man.
have Rare Replay
It's gonna be very, very
2.0.
skinny.
That's right, Rare Replay 2.0, and Super Lucky's Tale 3. They're gonna skip the second game and go straight to 3.
No, the second game came out. It's just not on Xbox. It's only on the Switch.
No, it's just a remake of the first game. It's not a second game. So.
It's actually the second game. That's how they work.
It's not a second game, sir. That's why we're going straight to 3. Yeah, that's what I'm. And Sunset Overdrive 0.5. That's what they're gonna release.
Oh, is it like the beta
It's
to
a prequel.
the first game?
Yeah.
So you guys don't think any of the new studios would be contributing towards like launch titles?
They're all releasing games now. Who's gonna release a game? Who's gonna be ready for a release next year? I mean, if you do the math, there's literally no one.
Psychonauts. They just literally said Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, they
2020.
their game got delayed. That's also
Yeah, I
coming
know.
to PlayStation.
I know. Just bust your balls.
I mean,
Yeah,
Who
they
said
said,
who's going to be ready to release a game next year? Well, apparently Psychonauts.
What I don't understand, though, is
Double Fine, sir.
that's the thing. I don't think any of Microsoft's major studios that they just got is going to be able to release something big for launch. You understand?
No.
Well, I mean, technically, Forza could launch at launch. I mean, it'd be 3 years in development.
I believe Forza. I believe Forza is
Yeah, I
possible.
mean,
I
we
just
know
said
Halo. No, but
they told us Halo
I
already.
mean, Halo's coming. It's like Killer Instinct makes a lot of sense.
Damn, that would be a nice little sweet surprise, but
Yeah,
you
it
know,
makes sense. But it's like it's one of those like we'll see.
maybe those We Happy Few guys will have something about them.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they might have a small game like similar to Contrast that they can.
Yeah, but I would rather wait longer and have a
No,
bigger game,
Microsoft
honestly.
can't go with a launch against Sony same year. Which now
No,
that's happened. They
bro, Sony about to tear some shit up next year. They're gonna have Last of Us 2. They're gonna have
yeah,
that
you
Ghost of
can't.
Tsushima game.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
And
you
what's
can't
the other
play
game
with
they
that.
got?
They're gonna have something
Yeah.
else.
We can't play like that. They gotta Microsoft.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
they're gonna
they-
have a bunch of
Halo's-
HD remasters for PS5
Exactly. They'll
because
have that
Yeah,
too, and that's
yeah.
gonna
Well, no,
mean something to
That's what
some
I'm
people.
talking about. Last of Us 2 will be an HD remaster on PS5.
I'm
for
not.
Persona-
I'm not.
No, it's a PS4 game, sir. It's an HD
It is a
remaster.
PS4 game.
Yeah,
It is-
so it's not a launch exclusive. We're talking like the
That's
the
true.
PlayStation
Okay, that is
lineup
true.
is
Hold
going to
on,
be a
that-
bunch of games that have already
you know,
released.
No,
Let
but
me-
at the
can
same
I say
hold
this,
on a minute
Dustin?
here, Dustin.
Hold on real
Let's
quick
talk about
before you
let's
speak,
let's
Eric.
talk about the history
Real
of
quick.
Sony. Sony always launches
No,
slow.
That
But-
I agree with what you're saying, but I just want to say this: technically, none of these games are launch exclusives for Xboxes. I'm going to buy them for the X I got right now. I'm not buying an Xbox at launch. I'm not buying a PlayStation at launch for that
That's
matter.
true.
That's true too. Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. I'm just going to play these games on the
Age
Xbox
of
I got now.
Empire.
Oh,
You guys
I forgot. I wanted to argue one other thing. I'm tired of people bashing the Stadia. I'm switching sides with Steph.
Just knock it.
Come on over, bro. We
I'm
chilling.
tired of people bashing this because everybody's like, man, you gotta pay $10 a month to stream Stadia. It's like, no shit, because you're using their hardware, motherfucker. Like, how did you think the shit was gonna go down? Like, you didn't buy a console, you didn't buy a PC. You're gonna pay for that shit to run. Like,
Yeah.
welcome to the fucking game. And then people are like gonna, because here's my thing. You know, the moment Microsoft announced prices, it's like xCloud is now destroyed. It's like, no, it's not, bitch. You're paying for this. Game Pass is only $10 a month. The only reason PlayStation doesn't charge you is because they do charge you. That's why it's $20 a fucking month to use PlayStation Now.
I think that model will change once they redo their
Google
stuff.
and Microsoft disagree with you, sir.
They can't.
They're both
change
gonna be
their
charging
model.
you
There's
money.
no,
No,
there's
stop.
And
no,
Sony.
I'm talking about PS Now. I don't. There's no way they can charge the way they do when there's Google Stadia is gonna be out
$20?
there.
No,
Yeah.
they,
I mean,
they have
yeah.
to charge it, Steph, because it has nothing to do with.
No, I'm not
Google.
saying don't charge anything. I think they're gonna change the way that they charge you. They're gonna redo their stuff.
Because of Google? No.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
The hell,
not
they're gonna
because-
have AAA games on there.
because a lot of
Brand new
people.
ones.
No,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's
think
a-
it's Steph. I don't think that they're worried about Google. I think it's a mixed word between Google and Microsoft. I think they have to answer day and date with Game Pass. Like they have to, like, hey, when the next
That's
Xbox
also a factor
launches.
too, yeah.
No, I'm just saying that's more the issue for them is like every Microsoft first party exclusive is fucking on Game Pass day one. Like you don't have to pay for any of these games. They have to answer that for next gen. Because Google can easily do the same thing, and
the problem
they
with
need to
Google-
have an answer.
The problem with Google is simple. Like we talking about this whole 4K 60 stuff, but when they said like the 4K 60 stuff, they playing games. They know, like they said, what was it? 1 terabyte equals like something retarded, like of data, 5 hours. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's a problem for the future.
That's the problem for now, because you.
No. But it's not like nobody's doing this right now. I mean, it's fucking Stadia
Yeah, that's
isn't even
why
out yet.
Sony ain't going. That's what I was gonna say. Steph, Sony ain't gonna change. Like we ain't changing nothing yet. How many people?
Well, no, but that's like saying, well, just let everybody else run the ball down the field. We'll catch up later. No, you don't get that option. Not when like everybody that like Sony went and picked up the ball, ran it down the field way before everybody did. They bought fucking what is it? What service did they? But Gaikai or whatever.
Gaikai, yeah.
Yeah, and like now Microsoft and Google, like, hey, this technology actually works now, and guess who owns all the fucking data centers? Hello, like fucking fuck you, Sony. We don't care if you ran the ball down the field because you didn't have the infrastructure to fight back. And now that they got the software running, Microsoft has the lineup of games going, and Google it's Google. So Sony's in a bad position. And that's why they made the deal with Microsoft for their streaming service, because they need the infrastructure. I just think they need to answer the question about first-party exclusives going day and date with PlayStation Now. Like, that's
cool.
the big thing. Like, you need The Last of Us. Hey, day one, PlayStation 5, buy PlayStation Now, and you can play all your favorite PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah, I certainly
Like,
think it would
that's-
be in their best interest, but that's just me because like
But
I don't know,
Microsoft's
maybe-
better positioned just because a lot
Yeah.
of their stuff's multiplayer, while Sony's a single player. It's easy to go, hey, I could buy 2 months of PlayStation Now just binge every single player game they have, cancel the service, and be good for a couple months until they come out with a new game. While Microsoft, it's more like, hey, Sea of Thieves, that shit's been going on for a year and a half. Like, you need to, or Gears of War, or like all those multiplayer based games where it's a long period of time. It's why EA Access is successful with their, by putting Battlefield and stuff up there, because they can just get you to buy microtransactions later. But it's I don't know. We'll see what Sony does. I'm interested to see their approach, because they're definitely having the same conversations that we are right now. I mean, like, because they're so single player focused, and they've never really had a hit when it comes to multiplayer. I mean, you can say The Last of Us has multiplayer, but nobody plays it. You can say Killzone is dead. It was dead when it fucking launched. Nobody gives two shits about that game's multiplayer. Like, they've never had anything. And it's, they can rely on third parties, but I don't think, there's one of those situations where, I can play those third parties anywhere. Why play it on PlayStation? Especially if, the streaming service is just, okay. Or if I have to pay additional money on top of it. But I'm curious. We'll definitely see.
Well, what about, I'm looking at the titles. We could see something from In Exile, but the problem is some of these studios, ain't gonna lie, it's hard to tell. It's hard. They could have something ready. They could, because they're making games, right? They're making games when they State of Decay could have something. That would be crazy. That would
but Obsidian's about to release something. I mean, it's we're not it's smaller studios that'll have stuff. So I mean, honestly, Rare it has something in development too. Like, we could have a Rare game for. I mean, we didn't even really talk about that. They have a whole.
They may have a
Rare has 500 people in their studio right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Microsoft had 2 new.
Rare's fucking huge.
They had 2 new IPs on. So, it's possible. Killer Instinct is technically.
They didn't. I don't think they expected Sea of Thieves to do as well as it did, especially in that's thanks to Game Pass. But that's why you saw Rare balloon up, because they have teams specifically still working on content just for Sea of Thieves. But they're also I think the rumors are working on 2 other projects, including Sea of Thieves. So
if they're working on, what Microsoft really is trying to use Rare be the new IP, but that doesn't matter anymore. Think about it. Now that you got Ninja Theory making new IPs, the Initiative, I think we'll see something from the Initiative. We might not see it released, but they're gonna be like, look, this is what we working on.
No, but I'm Vern and I were talking about it. I don't want to see Rare do another shared world adventure game like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, me too.
I'd love to see him dedicate a team to Sea of Thieves, because I think they have they got something good going there. I can't wait to see Sea of Thieves running at 60 or 120 frames per second on the next Xbox.
Imagine if they're working on Banjo-Kazooie.
I don't think people say they want that fucking game. I don't think people would buy the fucking game. You could sit here and fucking cry about.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I'd buy it.
No, but you would be the one, Will. You would be the guy. And then we would hear how it sold 10 copies. But you know what? Maybe that's how Game Pass saves his game. You would be like, hey, Banjo-Kazooie is, on Game Pass. So you would get people like me that are fucking super cynical going, I ain't going to play that shit. Going, okay, I'll give it a shot. So, maybe that's how you roll out a Banjo game. But if it wasn't for Game Pass, there's no way fucking Banjo ever gets made. And I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of Banjo. So,
I don't know. They greenlighted Super Lucky still, so anything's possible. They were weird with their IPs. They don't, for some reason, they just don't want to use them, unless they're I don't know, highly requested. I don't know. It's weird. Like Battletoads.
Well, hopefully Sea of Thieves has turned that tide where, if something doesn't start off great, it'll continue. I mean, Crackdown 3 didn't show that approach, but I think they were just trying to kill that game. I think That game they should have just released a single player and like just went, hey, multiplayer's coming one day, and then just like silently rolled that shit out.
Yeah, it would have been better. It just had its own, almost like its own like game, almost like
Yeah.
It's, like, that
The
would've been a lot
campaign
better.
should have been released,
Yeah,
and then like 6 months later, you roll out that multiplayer.
Yeah, like an Apex or a PUBG, like something like that, like its own progression system. I know it has that now, but it's like who's playing it now?
Because all you could do is go, hey, Crackdown 3 campaign's out. We're rolling. This is such a big endeavor. We're rolling it into its own product for multiplayer. This Levolution thing and servers and da da da. And then like 6 months later, you're like, yeah, we're canceling that.
Yeah, it's so
And you just take the
puzzling
hit,
Yeah,
You take the
it's
hit.
so puzzling. Why they like? I don't know why they did that. Like, I know they wanted to sell you like a full product and not.
And
like,
it sucks
push you
because
anymore, but
the campaign's good.
yeah,
Like it's a
fun.
good Crackdown game. It's just the the Levolution multiplayer or whatever bullshit is just bad.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
I mean, the technology works; it's there, but it's just like, I don't want to play this.
I mean, they can still kind of salvage it if they want to, but it's hard.
Or no,
right
but the
now.
thing is the first game wasn't about like fighting other people, like multiplayer. It was about like going, hey, Will, do you want to go and pop down a bunch of explosive barrels and explode them and watch it?
Yeah,
That's what the multiplayer was in the first game. It had nothing to do with killing other agents, and the fact that they turned it into that, like it was never that formula of a game. Like it never was a thing.
right. Yeah.
It's just weird, the approach. All right, let's move on to the next topic. First 17 games will be available for the xCloud list was revealed. Crackdown 3 campaign, Disney Adventures, Forza Horizon 4, Forza Motorsport 7, Gears of War 4, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Halo 5 Guardians, Halo Wars 2, Halo Wars Definitive Edition, Hellblade, Killer Instinct, which is very surprising. I'm glad they put that up there. Because that really is, if the technology is good enough to do a fighting game on, that's going to be awesome. Another game is Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. That is very interesting because it's also something that you need to have like timing down super well. Like because that game will fucking destroy you if you don't hit the A button just at the right time. Rare Replay, Rush, Disney Pixar Adventure, Sea of Thieves, Sunset Overdrive, and Super Lucky's Tale.
So
Those
what are these
are-
for streaming?
That's for xCloud. Yeah, those are the
okay.
first 17 games for xCloud. Like I said, the highlights to me are Killer Instinct and Ori. Those are the two that you're going to want to. Well, that and probably Halo 5.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you'll know how those feel. And Gears of War 4. Anything that really requires Twitch movement is going to really hunker that shit down.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting.
Because you can hide that stuff in, like, racing games. But on Killer Instinct, you cannot, like, miss hitting an A button or a block button, It's just like,
Yeah.
this shit has to work.
Yeah, it's ballsy, man.
Hopefully that means the technology's there. I've heard really good things. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Any other news y'all want to cover before we move on?
Not about Xbox. Are we going to what we're playing now?
Yeah, we can move on to what we've been playing.
Okay, before that, about that Nintendo announcement, eh? Now Nintendo's got my attention.
You want
They
the Switch
had-
Mini?
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch Lite, sir.
Light fire.
That looks nice. I'd rather have that than the damn people like, well, you lose the HD rumble, like all this other stuff. Nobody really cares about. I mean, yeah, it's nice, an IR camera, but nobody really cares about that as much unless you have those games. If you're a regular person, you know what I mean. You'd rather have, if you want to have a handheld. that you
Look,
can-
here. This is what I want to consider. I want people to think of it this way. One's the iPhone, one's the iPod Touch.
That's
What
accurate.
Eric's saying is he wants an iPod Touch. I'll take the iPhone. I have an iPhone. It's nice. I don't need that iPod Touch.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it
has
looks
a nice D-pad too now.
Yeah.
It does. It has a nicer D-pad, but I'll be honest. I'd like being able to hook mine up to the TV just
Yeah.
so I can take it over a friend's house. You know, get on a rooftop and have a party. Sometimes, do
Yeah,
the
the
full
light looks-
Nintendo.
Some of these
Yeah.
things are unrealistic, like the way they.
I mean, I think it looks better aesthetically, but functionally, I would prefer the original. Unless
Yeah.
they're pretty. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make another
The
iteration
Pro?
of it. Yeah, like a Pro. I'll be down for that, but at this point, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Like, I think it's a good platform for Pokemon.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's all it really is there for. Pokemon, Zelda. Fuck it. I think that's the perfect. Like, it's going to be the. I actually want one. I want to buy the Pokemon one. I'm
Yeah, that
down
looks
to buy
cool.
that system.
yeah, it looks really cool. I like
But
that.
if I didn't have the original Switch, I would never buy that version of it. I would buy a Switch.
Mm.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
Calm
if you have an original Switch, you got the Switch and not the Switch Lite.
I
think it's a good
after
compa-
seeing that, I don't
I'm just
think
saying, I think it's a good companion console for game sharing.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
for game
Jason-
sharing, yeah,
Jason
yeah.
can buy that one. We share our games together. It's a good companion, and if we still want to play on TV, we have the Switch to
I got
do
a
it.
question. Does this pretty much put the nail in the coffin as being the best handheld ever?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
sorry, like
right?
Vita
That
is
just- yeah.
gonna get trashed in this comparison.
It's done. $200 too? Damn. Like, wow, I'm gonna have to get that.
I think it's a nice console, but I would not use that as my primary Nintendo console. That's all I'm saying.
There's a rumor that's going on. This wasn't the only change coming.
Yeah,
Line. More powerful.
yeah.
This
We
is-
just said Switch Pro. Yeah, like we'll
Pro.
see.
So now it makes you wonder. Like this is nice, but then it's gonna have like the the HD Rumble triggers again, probably and come off. This is probably more of what I would want. It
No,
really
but
is.
this is the perfect. Like this is what the fucking 3DS should have been.
Damn.
I'll put it that
Oh,
way. Like
jugular. Dang.
like the fucking the 3DS, the Game Boy line has been so shitty for so long. Don't get me wrong, it has great games, but it's been so shitty
About
for
to
so
be
long. It's about time that there's a
they
fucking
about to
handheld
make
that's
so
worthwhile.
Much damn money.
Huh?
They about to make the Prince money thing. They about to go in again. It's
No,
crazy.
yeah, like they'll make a ton of money off this thing. And like I said, I think the Pokemon one looks really dope. Like I don't mind the colors, honestly. The only color I don't like is the blue. Other than that, I think the yellow and the I think what is it, gray? I think they look
Gray.
nice.
Yeah, looks. I'm hyped for go on. I like. It. But
when people
yeah, that
are
that was a
complaining
good
about
one.
the screen being smaller, I don't get that complaint as the. If you look at it, like the pixel density is going to be thicker or deeper, like more intense. So you just hold it a little bit closer to your face. Like it's meant for kids, essentially.
Yeah, it's meant. Well, it's a handheld. It's meant to really be more of a handheld instead of like propping it up on a desk playing. Like how they were. Like how you said, go to a friend's party and play.
Rooftop, sir, rooftop.
Rooftop, yeah, rooftop party. Oh,
But even the Switch Lite ad made no fucking sense. It's like, hey guys, we're gonna go skateboarding. Hey, did y'all bring your Switches?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
we were skateboarding. Hey guys, we're about to go paragliding.
Yeah.
I don't think the Switch is the time or place.
I want to know
For
who does
paragliding.
damn ads for Nintendo. They're like trolling or something.
But I'll be honest, I want a Minecraft skin for the Switch Lite. Wouldn't that be baller shit? Remember the Xbox bundle for Minecraft? That same skin on a Switch? I'd buy it. That's all I'm saying. I'd buy it.
I think that'll be a Christmas gift this year. It's cheap, and can you imagine the bundle? That'll be a good bundle.
All right. Do y'all want to move on to some Mob Psycho? That's all I'm saying. Mob
Yeah, let's talk about little anime.
Psycho. Little anime.
Shit's lit, bruh.
Oh man, it's so good.
I haven't
So
watched
good.
it at all. Is it that
You're
good?
missing out. I'm just saying, you're missing out.
Yeah, I heard My Hero Academy season 3 trailer is coming. I didn't even watch the other one. I can't even watch that. I can't
I
even
mean,
watch.
Mob Psycho is like where it's at right now. I'm being dead serious. It is so fucking good.
Is that
It's
good?
better than good.
It's better
Chad?
than. I mean, I'm gonna put it. It's better than One Punch Man this
Yeah.
season.
Yep, I made the right choice.
Easily.
This
Yeah.
year.
And One Punch Man, I still enjoyed One Punch Man, but I mean, fucking just no comparison. Same writer. I mean, like I'm not gonna talk trash, but I love me some fucking One Punch, or not One Punch Man, but
Psycho Mob.
Mob Psycho. I mean, this
Mob
shit's
Psycho.
just. I get pumped to watch it every week. I won't lie. It's my show. Because I even skipped like 3 weeks at one point just so I could fucking binge them all. Shit is fucking awesome. Infinity Line says, I finished Baki today. It was so boring and good. I just wanted more story of Baki and not other characters. I probably just destroyed that name. It's probably like Beikai or something like that.
That sounds about right, Baki. Yeah. Not so many ways.
Oh, there's 8 million ways. 8 million.
No, man.
I know I butchered it. Don't try to cover up for me. Well, it's okay. I destroyed it. But yeah, I mean, fucking anime's pretty good. Like I have a guy at work, one of my coworkers. I wanted to get him a season pass to Funimation just because he's such a huge One Punch Man fan. I'm like, dude, Mob Psycho. That's all you need in your life. That's all you need. And then One Piece. One Piece is starting its new season soon too, right? Like that's.
Yeah, I seen the trailer. I seen the trailer for
Yeah.
it. It's pretty cool. Even though I know it's gonna happen, so I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, but still, like it's cool that the animations
there was
all
some-
been redone.
Talk after what we playing. I'm something hilarious.
What were you saying? There,
No, I was
like
saying
you-
something hilarious that I wanted to talk about with you guys. I'll wait till after though. Actually.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's gonna be it for anime. Unless anybody has any other anime they've been watching.
I was gonna mention I started the Shield Hero. Watched like the first 3 or 4
Oh,
episodes.
how you liking it?
I'm not a fan of the slave stuff in it, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little kind of heavy-handed, but they go into the like different like countries in the world and explain why things are like that. Like it definitely expands that out. But it's very like I don't want to. Are you going to continue watching it? I won't spoil it if you're going to continue watching it.
yeah, I'm gonna keep watching.
Okay.
I just
Yeah, once you get caught up, like I'd love to talk to you about like certain because it's so Japanesey in certain aspects. Like it's just so kind of over the top and heavy-handed on certain issues. Like he eventually starts renaming people. That's all I'm gonna say.
well,
And
he renamed the first girl, right? Or no, he asked her name.
yeah, no, he renames people literally in a court hearing. Like, yeah, you're gonna.
Your
just
name's
wait.
Toby.
No, it worse.
Really?
Yes. So yeah, get there, and then we can talk about it. Oh, it's so Japanesey. I mean, it's one of those things that like culturally it's just totally different. So something you expect when you switch over to something like that, you know. All right, Minecraft. That's what I've been playing, people. Minecraft and Mario Maker 2. I've been enjoying the hell out of that. Man, I have like 5 versions of Minecraft up here saying that I played them. But that's all I've been really. Honestly, I played a lot of Mario Maker. I'm really enjoying that a lot.
Yeah, it's
It's
okay.
definitely fantastic game.
Have you made
I've been
levels for Jason?
playing-
I
a
have
lot.
not. I'm sorry. One sec. I have not made a level yet at all. I've been playing through the whole campaign, and I've been like dying nonstop on Rick's level, Rick, fan of the show. Oh my god, that
Rick.
dude! He made the fucking Dark Souls level. I feel like I'm Tim Dog in fucking Ori. Like this is like 1000th death situation of me just like fucking. Oh Jesus Christ! How'd I get past this?
Yeah, you gotta make one for Jason for him to rage out about. It'd be funny.
Yeah. Infinity Line. I will eventually make a map. I want to buy a stylus for my Switch before I start making maps. That's all. But I'm loving that whole game, and it sounds like the second one was definitely the one to jump in on. Like it just really controls well, and all the features are there that you would want. All right, I will stop talking about Mario Maker. Well, no, it was Steph. Steph, what have you been playing?
Metro.
Oh, Metro
Playing-
Exodus. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. I'm glad I finally listened to someone. I see somebody say, I'm getting Fallout 3 vibes, and that's all you had to say to me. And I stuck out the first opening of the game was it's not like a tutorial, it's more like a introductory chapter to like the mechanics and stuff. But it's really good. Beautiful game, good mechanics. A lot of like system stuff you kind of got to get used to. Controls are a bit awkward at first, but once you get used to them, it's really fun. I mean, it's a huge world, man. I really like it a lot, though. Great game, man. If you got Game Pass, download that shit and play it before it eventually goes out, because it's a possibility that it won't be in there forever. So I'm playing it now and try to beat it while I got it in there. So yeah, man, it's a good game, man. Also, I'm on my Apex. Apex Season 2 came out. It's
Supposedly
really
it's not
good.
a long game either. Metro.
Metro?
Super long. Yeah.
Really?
But here it's not super long. Yeah.
Oh well. Hey. I'm
Well,
enjoying
yeah, I
it
think
for
that's a
what
good
it is.
thing. Like it's not, it doesn't need to be fucking 80 hours.
I mean, but you could spend a lot of time if you do all the side missions, and I ain't even doing that. And I feel like I've been playing it for like a good 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like I said, I've been playing Apex Season 2. It's really good. One new weapon really so far, but they went back and made like the meaningless weapons meaningful.
Yeah.
Like the shitty like pistol and the Mozambique, the shitty little shotgun. They added like hop ups. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I've been playing.
Not bad.
Go ahead, Will.
Let's see. I've been playing a bunch of stuff. Well, I'll go to Eric and then let me just look up my stuff.
Eric, what have you been playing, good sir?
Not much. Anything.
Magic the Gathering?
That, of course, that's a ritual. But I will say that I did play a little bit of. I already played this already, but I had to see it on PC because I never had it on a PC. Game that's Shadow of War, Middle Earth.
Oh yeah.
It is just as good as it was, and without the microtransaction. It's a fun game,
Are you trying to do
Okay.
Game Pass, or you bought it before?
Yeah, I got it through. Remember, I bought it before when it came out. Xbox One X, and I got it on the PC and I got to play it. It is very good, just as good as it was. It's really no major difference. They even let you download the cinematics for the cutscenes too.
Hmm.
So it's the same thing. But
Yeah.
it's just a great. It's just a game. It's one of the greatest games that they need to keep this going. That's what I feel. They had a microtransaction issue, but they need to keep it going. Middle Earth is because this is nice. I never liked Lord of the Rings, right?
Mhm.
Into this game. So I hope they.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
like-
saying. I never liked. Sorry, not until this game. I never liked it until the first game. I forgot what it was. Middle Earth.
Shadow of Mordor, I think.
Shadow of Mordor. Yeah. Okay. This is Shadow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they kinda-
I didn't like it at all. Like the entire. It's not a bad thing about. Didn't have like. You know what I mean? Like a major pull towards. Till. There's like that joke. Who made it? Kevin Smith made the joke. He's like, this is Lord of the Rings. Whatever, it's just people walking. He's like, this is the first movie That is the second one. I remember
Oh,
that.
man.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's basically what I felt until man, a video game came out. It was crazy. So I hope they got to keep this going. It
Yeah,
don't have to be it's fun.
yeah. I wish they enhanced the first one. That would have been nice. The first Shadow of War. I mean, Shadow of Mordor. 'Cause, they got enhanced on PS4, but not on the Pro.
So weird.
Yeah, it's weird. So that's all you've been playing, Eric?
That's it. Nothing like anything major new.
Hmm.
That was the last thing because that was on Game Pass that I did play. The other Game Pass games, it's the same that I'm playing else other. And a lot of that Mordor is pretty much the Shadow War is the biggest Game Pass game this month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a good get for Game Pass. All right, so I guess I've been playing a bunch of stuff. Played a little Strange Brigade. Like to do some multiplayer with some of you guys. I bought Soul Eater, which was on sale. It's called Shikondo. It's a bullet hell type of game. It was really cheap. I bought Siberian, the Time Traveling Warrior, which is a 2D action hack and slash, whatever. It's interesting. It's pretty fun. It has almost a weird like timing based combat, but it's cool. Played Disney Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, on Back and Pat, which is a fun game. I wish they put the first one on current consoles though. That'd be nice. But Omega Strike, that's an indie game. It's like a shooting Metroidvania. You switch between three characters. Mother Gunship, that's on sale this week, so I try that. It's a bullet hell 3D platformer and thing. It's weird. PUBG, my usual thing. I went back to Assassin's Creed Origins because I want to get through to that game. I want to finish it. It's a very long game. And played a little bit of We Happy Few. I'm still struggling to get through the opening because you can read stuff and stuff like that. It's a very mundane opening, but I kind of want to read the lore, but it's a little hard to get through. It's a little dry, but I do want to continue playing it and see what Compulsion is made out of. As far as just their current pedigree. Because I did like Contrast, but this one isn't as clicking with me as much. So that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Is there any other topics or news or anything y'all want to cover before we end the show?
I think we got it pretty much covered.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I went and saw John Wick 3 again with my dad.
You forgot.
I haven't seen Spider-Man yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's go see that.
Spider-Man was a man. Look, Spider-Man was a treat. I thought Mysterio was cool to have a person as a face and a personality. Man, Mysterio CGI and stuff. Listen, you gotta see that in IMAX. That's an IMAX. Because I don't know what they did to the cameras or whatever. I was like, yo, this is one of the how you see IMAX like an Endgame. This had there was some CGI parts was a little weird, but the whole the CGI and I don't know what they did with they just look way better. I don't know Sony whatever they did with this IMAX film. It looked way better. I was in quality wise, right? Because it was some crazy action parts. I was like, damn, how did it look that good? That was my shot. But man, I don't want to spoil too much. But Mysterio, as you saw in the trailer, he was doing his thing. You know what I mean? He was battling those monsters like crazy. It was crazy. Spider-Man was awesome. You got to see, I don't want to spoil, but you got to see Spider-Man do stuff from the comic book. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, right?
Yeah.
But you got to see him do stuff, and you'll see in the movie that's like, oh snap, what he could do that, some crazy stuff he can do. And it become even towards the end, I was like, yo, this is crazy. And Mysterio, damn it, oh man, that guy is awesome. Okay, people be saying they would get bagging on him as a villain. I was like, come on, man, everybody can't be Thanos. You know, everybody can't.
Yeah.
Thanos be killing people. You know, Mysterio. You know, yes, Mysterio kill people, but not like Thanos. Thanos want to like wipe away existences, your entire family tree. You know what I mean? Like but this movie was there was the ending, like the ending credits. Dustin, you have to see. It was, oh my god, it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. Everybody in the theater was like, "What?" I couldn't believe what happened, and what will happen. I don't even know what they're gonna do, like the next movie, because this is crazy. Like it really is crazy what happens in the end credits. You know, like because they get you right before you think it's over, and it's like, oh snap, and they drop a bomb. Did anybody see it? Because
No.
Dustin didn't see it.
No.
Nobody saw it. You guys gotta see
I
it.
want to see it,
Right.
but
It was a ride. I'm not gonna tell you what happened. It was oh my god, it was crazy. But video game wise, Dustin, there was one thing. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Tomorrow, Modern Warfare multiplayer is a new mode. They have 2v2 called Gunfight. Interesting. I didn't think they would have a big premiere for a 2v2 mode, but it's tomorrow. We'll see what it is, because we'll finally get some gameplay. So that's a big deal. And apparently, Op is to be. Yeah, he's gonna be playing on Twitch.
Oh, I
What-
didn't think
what-
we covered it. Oh man, what was it? Gears 5 it's multiplayer. You can in 7 days you'll be able to start downloading it, and then we get the multiplayer trial.
Oh,
What is it,
yes.
the 21st, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, no, we
we'll all
get
be
it
able to-
earlier, right?
No, I
on
know
Game
downloads
Pass.
start on the 17th
Yeah, download starts in 17.
for Xbox, and I think
for
the
Xbox.
19th for PC.
Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, that's a big deal. And also they had a video showing escalation. That's ridiculous. They really did their homework with what people really would want, and they really
Yeah, they should have showed
yeah.
this shit at E3. I mean, should have showed more at the
Yeah,
bottom of
that
the
was
stage.
the first thing I was gonna say when they showed it at E3. Like, what the hell? Oh man,
Because the
I don't
content's
know.
apparently there, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess Phil was like, "No, we gotta
Weirdest
save
marketing.
this to a random time in the week to show."
Weirdest marketing.
Yeah, just weird.
But yeah,
marketing.
I'm looking forward to the Gears 5 multiplayer. Are
Yeah.
everybody plan on downloading and playing multiplayer?
Oh, definitely.
I might give it like a shot, but I'm not really totally excited because I didn't. I mean, I played with some for multi, but I was never like fully into like the
Yeah.
multiplayer.
Yeah, escalation is hardcore now. Basically, they turn escalation hardcore because now the amount of customization you have during the game, and the team now if I heard correctly, can stop another team from having a certain weapon between the round. Great. So that changes the gameplay dynamic. Then you could switch where the weapons you can have, and then you can you can put. I don't know how. It's a lot of weird stuff. It's a lot of weird stuff you can do now in escalation. Switches it up, and it's during the game. It's gonna be a bit hectic. And they said it goes from like how fast was it? They said I forgot the amount of time. Super fast. So you could change what was it, the loadout? I forgot what it was that was kind of weird that people told me. I have to watch the video again, but trust me, Will. You probably, if escalation would be your game because of how fast paced it is. I think they wanted to speed it up too. That's why they're doing it. 'Cause escalation is usually a little bit slower sometimes.
Yeah, it seems like a kind of an in between like Horde and like it's closer to the Horde, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll try that out.
And they gave a fly through. I don't know if you saw of the map. That name of the map. People were saying, "Oh, it looks like BioShock." Yeah.
Yeah, because of the lighting and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, the lighting. They have some nice lighting. I didn't know it was like that. Yeah, it looks kind of like
It's like brighter. Yeah, it's more lit.
And I like there's more landmarks district area. Like I'm at the barber shop, you know. You could say that I'm at the arcade. You know, there's a little bit more man. I think they did it on purpose. There's more landmarks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Is there anything else I want to cover before we end the show?
I can't really think of anything else, to be honest with you.
Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate everybody for tuning in this week. Please hit us up at letters@xboxuncut.com. I'd like to thank Infinity Line for hanging out and chat with us the whole show. You've been awesome.
Infinity Line.
Yeah, but until next week, y'all take it easy. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
I don't know what that sound is. It's disturbing me.
That was creepy, wasn't it? Are we off? Damn it.
Not yet. All right, hey Infinity Line, if you're still there, like, yeah, I got lucky. My car, I wasn't in the car at the time, and thankfully I'm getting my car back tomorrow. So that was going on. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. I don't know if you just didn't catch it, but you know.